just am wanting to show you how to find and navigate through the Ultimate Portion Fix materials through the Beachbody On Demand website. If you have purchased Ultimate Portion Fix, I am so happy for you. This program is seriously a life changer. It's not a diet. This isn't about depriving you. This is about taking control over your relationship with food and fixing your portions so that you can fix your life. Is fix your portions, fix your life is the tagline for the program, and it's accurate. I cannot tell you just how much this program has really done for me. I have just such a healthier relationship with food now. It's super great, and hopefully you know a little bit of my story by now, but if you don't, I would say try to find the video. I think I have it up on our Facebook group that shows my little mini testimony as far as where I'm at and what Beachbody has done for me in that regard. So I'm super excited to have you on this journey now with me. So glad you're here. I think if you put in the time and the effort into this program, you are going to reap some amazing benefits and results. And I'm so glad to just have a front row seat for it. So here we are, we're on our Beachbody On Demand website here, and we are going to go to our programs tab. This is really the tab you will click for anything workout or nutrition related. But for now, we are going to find our nutrition center with the Ultimate Portion Fix tab. So if you, for some reason, have not purchased the Ultimate Portion Fix yet, this is going to be grayed out with like a little lock icon. You are not going to be able to access these materials. Even if you have a Beachbody On Demand membership, you actually have to purchase the Ultimate Portion Fix materials separately. So if you haven't done that yet, let me know. I can help walk you through the process on how to get signed up, get that stuff access. That's a one-time fee, guys. So even if you have the annual membership for Beachbody On Demand, that renews every month. Every year if it's an annual membership. You do not have to pay any more past this initial setup fee to get access to this. This is a once and done. This isn't annual. This isn't monthly. This is, you just pay for it once and literally change your life with the one-time purchase. So let me know if you haven't gotten that far yet, and we can get you set up for sure. But for those of you that have purchased it, here we are. Go ahead and click on that. And then usually you'll be at this Start Here tab. And here's where you obviously start. So Ultimate Portion Fix has a little intro video from Autumn herself, so you can just read through that. A couple of other intro stuff is here. This is actually getting into the modules, so I'm going to go straight there. This is in the lessons. So the lessons are broken down into modules. So there are 1 through 7 modules plus additional resources, and then in Spanish if that is helpful for anyone. The meal plans are a little bit of a bonus thing, but I wouldn't really look at these until you've gone through all of this, because this is you just need to know obviously the program before you can really look at the meal plan. So click on that, and this will bring you to your module 1, your foundations of the fix. So this is going to walk you through really the introduction of the entire program. Once you go through these videos, you just scroll down to module 2, to module 3, and so on and so on. One thing to look at, so there were 2 different options when purchasing the Ultimate Portion Fix program. You could purchase it through the MBF and MBFA challenge pack that automatically came with the Ultimate Portion Fix, as well as the 2B Mindset programs. Those are digital onlys. That would be what came with your challenge pack if you went that route. If you just purchased the Ultimate Portion Fix by itself, you had an option of purchasing it as a digital only or as the full kit. And the difference being the full kit comes with a hard copy workbook and logbook. If you got the digital only, you did not get any books that came with the program. So I want to show you where to find your program materials. So this is helpful even if you did get your workbook and logbook. If you've got a physical copy, great. But this is also helpful because you're going to need to know how to access these things anyway. So in the program materials, after you scroll past all the meal plans, the Getting Started tab is where you're going to find the full workbook and the full logbook. So for your digital only people, this is where you have access to the workbook. Okay, you didn't get a physical copy, but you have this digital copy. For those that got the physical copy, this is identical. It's the same thing, it's just in a PDF. So you're going to need to go through this stuff. If you accidentally purchased a digital only and you'd really like to have a physical copy, let me know. That is something that you can purchase separately, I believe, from the Team Beachbody shop. So we can get you hooked up if you would rather have something in hand that you can work with. So there's the workbook. I'm going back over here, and then the logbook. This is the full logbook. You could also print these yourself. I mean, they're over 100 pages each. The logbook is 108. The workbook is 140. So if you want to print those out, you certainly could. I find it super helpful to have something physical in my hand in order to work through these programs. So however you got to make that happen, whether it's purchasing it through Beachbody or printing it at home, that's up to you. So that is in your getting started. I want to then go back. I'm going to go back to the lessons. We're going to go back to the module 1. So when you're looking at the video thumbnails here, you're going to see the time that you have, that the videos are. And then some of them are going to have what's listed as like 2 PDFs. Some of them don't, right? This one actually has 3 PDFs. So what that means is that in that particular lesson, she's going to reference or you're going to have assignments to do in the workbook. If you have the workbook physically and you're going along with it, it's probably going to be pretty self-explanatory when she gets to these certain points and you're going to have your workbook that you're following along in. But if you're a digital only person and you don't have that, this is going to just give you quick access to those sheets that she is talking about in these videos. So like for this one, your why worksheet. So you click on that. This is just a 1-pager. So this would be maybe a little quicker and easier to print out just the once. If you want to do that like page by page rather than the whole workbook, depending on how you're going to be working through the program. So so whatever materials are needed for this video are going to be listed here in the associated content. And again, you're going to see that listed on these thumbnails. Some videos, you're not going to have any pages to work through. The next thing that I wanted to just make extra clear about, so the Pick Your Path video, so this is module 2. There are 3 paths that you can take when following the Ultimate Portion Fix. You've got the foundational fix, you've got time nutrition, and for short-term use, you can use carb cycling. She goes into all the details about that in the video, so I'm not going to get stuck in the weeds there. But I did want to show you here in this timed nutrition, because there's 12 PDFs here. And what this is specific. I've been following timed nutrition since I started 80-Day Obsession, just because 80-Day Obsession is actually the program that introduced timed nutrition. It is a much more structured way of eating, but in my opinion, it takes a lot of the guesswork out too. I followed Foundational Fix for years and would find that I would often not get my full containers in for the day. I would be short on some, over on others. It was super inconsistent. But timed nutrition has really made me much more consistent in my eating. I am nailing my containers every single day, and it's a great path for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but it's certainly something to look into if you really like structure. So what is in the actual workbook, though, is an example of timed nutrition, but it is going to be for bracket B. Not everyone falls in bracket B. There's brackets A through F, depending on where you're at with your activity level, with your starting weight, whether or not you want to lose weight or maintain weight. So whatever bracket you fall under is where you're going to be eating, and that corresponds with the number of containers you eat per day. So if you follow timed nutrition, but maybe you're in plan C or plan D, and the workbook only shows plan B, this is where you go to find the 12. So the 12 PDFs have your timed nutrition eating plan broken down by bracket. So if you choose this path and you're not the plan B that's in the workbook, this is where you find your plan based on your calorie bracket. If you're a vegan, she breaks it all down to as well. So plans A through F in the vegan plan. So this was super helpful. This is super necessary if you're gonna pick timed nutrition and you're in something other than B. This is where you go to find it out. So those were just really the things that I wanted to point out. This is it's a lot of materials to be going through. I will say back on the start here, she does give a calendar to go through. So because there's like 36 videos, something like that. Over 30. I don't know the exact amount. There's a lot to take in. And so if you get overwhelmed with so much material to cover, this calendar breaks it down. It's over 2 weeks. And it just shows you what to be going through. And sometimes it's going to be, mostly in order, obviously, but then she's going to sprinkle in, video 32, so pre and postnatal for the fix. If this doesn't apply to you, if you're not prenatal or postnatal, then you can skip that one. That doesn't really apply. But go through them based on the calendar to help structure your time as you are learning. So super, super helpful information. Definitely worth watching once, watching twice, and then again. I still come back and rewatch these videos from time to time. There's just so much to learn and digest and relearn, and this is learning is a lifelong process, and this program isn't meant to be a diet. It is meant to be a lifestyle. So you are really embarking on a whole new way of looking at food, a whole new way of enjoying food, and not having it control you, guys. That's the biggest thing. Like, that's the biggest takeaway that I've had is I no longer am a victim of my food, right? Like, there's been so many times you start eating something and you just can't stop because it's so good, and and then you feel horrible and I just don't have that anymore because I've fixed my portion. So I have been able to really take control over my eating and my lifestyle, and I am feeling great, better than I have ever felt. And I am 37 and a mother of 3, and I've never felt this good. So it's possible for me, it's possible for you, and I'm so glad you're starting on this journey. Let me know what questions you have as you're going through the materials, or if there's any point of clarification I can offer, or if you want to explore workout programs to supplement your eating plans. Happy to help you get started there. I'm so excited you're on the journey, and I am so grateful that you have allowed me to be your coach, and I get to have a front row seat for all the transformations that are going to be taking place. And I can't wait to see just the successes that you're going to have as a result of this program. So thanks again, and we will talk again soon.